Once again, good evening, Dmitry. Dmitry Orlov is here, and he worked with Konstantin Korotkov, and he is the general manager of BioWell company. And he will ask our questions today. Dmitry, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Nice to see you again.
So the first, nice to see you too. So if you have any questions, you can ask the questions by audio, or you can switch on your camera, and also you can write down your questions in the chat. So what shall we start with? Maybe you will tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you are
Okay,
doing,
yeah,
do you relate to
okay.
quantum physics?
Okay, let's go. Yeah, we see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people here. So according to the definition of family, it's in our language, it's 7I. So 7 people here, it's like a family gathering. So no need to meet not so many people. So don't worry, you can interrupt me at any moment. I will not forget what I need to say. So if you have questions, I'm ready to answer if they're connected to what I'm speaking. And well, I think that at the end we'll have some Q&A session for the questions that are not directly connected with the topic of the meeting. So, my name is Dmitry or Mitya Orlov, and it's easier to find me on internet, on Google, like Mitya Orlov, rather than Dmitry, because there are too many Dmitrys in the world. One of them is playing in NHL and quite popular player, so don't get mixed. I'm Master of Sciences in Technical Physics. One of the specializations that I was studying were laser technologies. And since 2007, I came to Dr. Korotkov, to his laboratory, in order to do research with water. And actually, this was my initial interest in this field, and I have just accidentally, nothing is actually random and accidentally in reality, but it just happened that we were watching a movie about secret properties of water with my wife, and she has noticed that one of the speakers in the movie was from our university. So we have decided that maybe I need to contact him in order to go for a PhD, because at that moment I have just finished my master's degree and was thinking about where to go for a PhD. And so for the first years I was mostly involved in the research of different subtle properties of water, like memory of water, the influence of intention and consciousness on water, influence of different forms and pyramids and structures on water. Then it has converted to with studying of space instead of water, because in the environment, in the air, there's still some humidity and water, and it turned out that using the air antenna and sensor is much more convenient than using the sensor for the water, because actually the high voltage processes in water leads to corrosion and then to excessive deviation in the results. So then my interest has switched to this field of human and environment interaction. And well, the sensor called Sputnik, I can even show it to you. It looks like this. Metal hedgehog. I have made the first one in 2009, and since then I was doing a lot of research how we can record the influence of environment on people in this environment, and vice versa, how people can influence the environment in which they are. So I was doing different research during meditations, during different events, theatrical performances, concerts, blah, blah, blah. Now one of the most popular users of Sputnik in the world is Joe Dispenza. So he's using Sputnik with BioWell on all his events and using the data from Sputnik non-stop. So since then, the models of Sputnik were changed. I don't know, I have lost the count, maybe 6 times already. For the research purposes, in order to understand the level of activity of the environment in which you are, for example, you are sleeping or working. Now there is a protocol and BioWell how to do this with the Sputnik and how to do the measurement and get the value. Is this space good or not for, for sleeping, for working, or maybe for meditation, or maybe it's not good to be there at all. From the beginning, I was trying to stay away as far as possible from the topic of measuring chakras and all this kind of stuff, because the way people were presenting this technology, the gas discharge visualization, GDV technology, to me was too esoteric and unclear. So it was like they're calling a lot of aura or something like that, and I was like, I don't know what does it mean. So I was trying to stay away as far as possible. I'm doing science, you do your abracadabra somewhere else. But well, then life happened and I was forced to get into that field too. And I had to study and understand what it's really about. And then it turned out that I'm one of the only in the world who really understands this technology, because, well, thanks to my education in quantum physics in particular, I was able to understand what is really happening when you do the measurements without all this aura and all the esoteric stuff. And well, slowly people were getting information about my existence and asking more and more questions, how to explain this, how to explain that. And now I am, since 2014, BioWell company. So this is the latest version of the GDV devices. So it's like this small box that is used to work with Sputnik, different accessories, water accessory, sensor too, and for measurement of fingers. So in order to understand the lifestyle of the person and make super fast assessment of the lifestyle of the person, and understand the functional state, energetic state, or through the prisms of stress, energy, and balance. So, well, since then, nothing has changed. For 11 years, I'm general manager of the BioWell company and leading educator in this field, so leading expert in BioWell technology. Well, traveling worldwide, taking part in different exhibitions, different conferences, in giving seminars on the BioWell technology or something closely related to it, like lifestyle or integrative medicine or interaction of environment and human, etc. Yeah, so within these years, visited more than 40 countries on this planet, been on all continents, and yep, well, that's it. Yeah, I have written one book that is called Please Don't Change the World, Change the World Within. That you can find on
this
Amazon.
Is very esoteric. Yes, I would say that this sounds very esoteric and philosophical. The name of your book.
Nothing esoteric there. It's pure logic there. No esoterics and
Why?
logic. Nothing else.
Mm. And what is your attitude to miracles?
Miracles. Um, I don't know. I don't know what is that. It's just, the definition of miracle is something that you cannot explain. So it means that if you can explain something, it means you have lack of information about that. So, okay, if I, like, for me, the work of the smartphone is miracle because I don't know all the technologies standing behind it. And just because I have lack of information about this technology. But, well, yeah, you can call it miracle. So I am pretty calm about miracles. Nothing strange. You cannot know everything.
Mhm. Thank you very much. If you have questions, please, you're welcome. Ask any questions about quantum physics or about scientific approach to our favorite esoteric issues or uh, philosophy of life or miracles or anything. So my question will be about intention. Uh, is it necessary to achieve goals or set intentions? Or we shouldn't achieve goals and set goals or set intentions because they limit us in seeing the whole picture, the holistic vision of the world.
Well, I cannot say that having goals will limit your vision. I don't think so. So having goals is just that you are concentrated on achieving something at the current moment, but it doesn't mean, imagine you are traveling in the mountains. Of course you have the goal. You need to reach some lake in the mountains or some waterfall. Yeah, of course, that's your aim. But it doesn't mean that you cannot stop at any moment of your travel and look around, enjoy the life, see the beauty of the landscape, listen to the birds singing and all the other natural sounds. So you don't lose anything. Like, the goal will not disappear for you. It is still there. So at any moment you take a rest and you continue your path towards the goal. So it's same in life. If you have it's good to have the goal because without goal, usually you are dispersing your time, the most precious resource, for everything and nothing. So it means that you will not achieve anything. But the thing is, the mind works. It needs some anchors, milestones from which it can measure time. So if you don't have any goals, you don't attain anything. So your mind will not have anchors through which it will, distinguish 1 year from another, 1 month from another, 1 day from another, etc. So you look back and you don't see anything, it's like 10 years has passed and it seems like it was yesterday, because there was nothing in, no specific goals and milestones in between to have the life path, built in your mind. So I don't see any contradiction between having goals and aims and attaining them and having broader view, because it's the life. You just need to combine all these types of, functionalities of your brain, being working on some specific task and then meditating and, getting more objective information from the information field, etc.
And I see, Dmitry, I mean another feature of intention setting. For example, some coaches or, speakers, famous speakers, they advise to set a specific intention. For example, I intend to have a specific amount of money by specific date. Others say that it is not necessary, and it's much better and even most important thing to stay in the being, in this wonderful state of presence, or maybe nothing, without specific intentions. And this state, it will attract, or maybe invite, better to say, the goals that you really need but not want, by setting the specific intention. What do you think about it?
Well, first of all, this kind of popular stuff setting a goal of having specific amount of money by some specific time, it's useless. Absolutely useless from my perspective. Why? Because it doesn't mean anything. It's like it's taken from nowhere, this kind of money and time. It's not based on any deeds, The thing is that you need to plan what you will do, not, I will sit and everything will happen by itself, You know that the saying in Russian that water doesn't flow under the lying stone, something like that. I don't know. Maybe there is an English version of this saying. If there are English-speaking people here, maybe you can, give me an example of this saying in English. Anybody can help?
But what about Russian fairy tale? When the Ivan, the fool, was lying on the bed, or on the oven, and everything was flowing to him effortlessly.
Yeah. That's another thing that you see, that when it's like when you set the goal of having some specific amount of money by some specific time, it like in techniques, in electricity, you increase the voltage, but the current. Do you understand this
Yes.
formula? So by setting this goal, the more money you want, that is, the further away from your current money flow, the more voltage you increase from the one that you can live with. So like you earn $5,000 per month at the current moment. So, and you want to have 10 or 50 per month in 1 year. So with 10 times more than you are now. And what stands behind this will? Nothing. So it doesn't mean that you will have some kind of projects or something. So you set this and you increase the voltage. So by this will, concentrating on it, you are increasing voltage, but amperage, the flow doesn't increase because of that, because current goes through actions, because current is action. Voltage is just wish, like you want something very much. So you can increase voltage a lot, but if you don't do anything, you do not increase the amperage together with voltage, you will get burnt. That's it. Because
And
of this.
Amperage. How to increase amperage in this case?
Well, I really think that it's like in reference, my favorite reference, Vadim Zeland, the transurfing of reality. If you put too much of wish into some subject, so you wish it too much, instead of attracting it, you will be pushing it out from yourself because you pay too much attention to it. So it should be easy come, as you are saying Russian fairy tales, easy come, easy go. So you can set the goal, but the thing is that you set the goal, but then you start walking. It's like mountain hiking. You set the goal of 10 kilometers away from you to reach the waterfall in the mountains. But instead of sitting and wishing, oh, I need to get to the waterfall, yeah, maybe some very friendly person will come on your way, and maybe this person will get you to this waterfall. Who knows, maybe. But that's not my way. I would rather start walking, myself. Yeah, maybe I will reach this waterfall in 10 hours. And if I am, lucky enough, let's call it like that, maybe some car will be passing nearby and say, hey, jump on board, and I will get you the ride to the waterfall, and I will get there instead of 10 hours in 2 hours, If this can happen, why not, but this is like more of some kind of, balance, karma balance on your account. So if you share something with the others, then you can expect others sharing something with you, taking your path, if you are helping others on their paths. So then your bank account on Karma Bank will be, sufficient enough, and, in some unexpected time, you will get help, from unknown person.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting. And what do you think about karma?
Karma.
Does it exist?
You see, do you know the translation of this word? Because the translation of the definition of the word karma is cause and effect law. Law of cause and effect. So as long as I am physicist, it's not a belief, it's a knowledge. I know that nothing can happen without, there cannot be an effect without so there is cause and then there is effect. So karma is about that. It's just Sanskrit word for definition of this cause and effect law. That's it. So it's nothing unusual from my perspective. So just you just need to look at it not from esoteric point of view, but from scientific point of view.
And some people say that it's possible to go beyond karma.
Yeah. It's not. That's according to Vedic culture and Vedic knowledge. This is the essence of human life. Walking beyond the personal karma. Just let's keep it definition correct. You can go beyond personal karma. So because karma is cause and effect, there is always cause, there is always an effect. But the thing is that when they talk about personal karma, is that when you act and you do something in life because you expect something for yourself. So you are causing something in order to get effect for yourself. So it means that whatever you do, there will be, the circle, cause and effect, karmic circle. But when you start doing something, not because you want it, and not because of the result that you want to get for yourself, then you will be acting out of the individual karma. You will be acting for, I would say, global conscious information, global humankind karma, whatever you name it. So when you will start doing something because this is the right thing to do, that's it, So when you do something not because you want it or somebody wants it, but just because you know that it is right. And then, okay, this is good thing and this right thing to do this now. So then you are starting acting as a instrument in the hands of the universe, you know, of other powers controlling this, controlling or, you know, acting in our 3D dimension, 4D. So then you will become an instrument. So it means that you will be doing something, but you will not get effect of it, because the effect will not be yours. It will be common. You can leave this kind of karmic circle. So from my perspective, this is the right way to go in life. Starting doing something not because you want it, but because it's how it should be done, or because this is the right thing to do. That's it. Being neutral, you know, to the things that you do. When you're becoming neutral to the things you do, then you will be like in Russian fairy tales. Easy come, easy go. Things will happen very strangely in your life. You know, things will come like from nowhere, but it only seems like from nowhere. No sound.
Sorry, I mean that miraculously.
Yeah, it will seem miraculously, because when you invest in the global karmic bank, not your personal karmic bank, but global karmic bank, you can any moment, and it will seem like it's a miracle.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. Explains a lot. I would like to mention the following thing. Today, among our guests, we have Susanna from Spain, and I was just starting thinking of her because she wanted to join and she didn't join. And when I started thinking about her, she jumped on the live immediately. So, what do you think about such
Synchronicity.
synchronicity?
Well, because the interesting topic of information field, you know. So maybe you have got the information that she is intending to get connected. So she was thinking about you and your live meeting. So you got this information, and you have remembered about her at the same moment. So you get the contact. You know that in my family, we have such synchronicity for almost all our family life. When I'm coming back home, usually, like, I don't have an exact schedule of my working schedule, so I can return back at any moment. And usually my wife calls me at the moment when I have already parked my car in front of our house, and I'm already walking, or just parked and going to the house, or I'm already coming to the house, and at this exact moment she's calling and asking, where are you? And it's always like that, almost like always. So I know that at the moment I will be going, there's very high probability that she will sense it and will call me.
And what does it mean?
Same synchronicity.
But why does it happen at the same time and the same place?
No, it's just because whenever I'm reaching home, you know, that I'm already there and I'm connecting to this, you know, information field of my home, she gets this kind of, she senses it, and she, oh, where is Mita? I need to call him. And she calls me like at this moment, you know? So she gets the information from the information field exactly at the moment when I'm reaching the home and I'm already there, you know?
Yes. The same happened to me because I wasn't thinking a lot about Susanna. I just remembered about her and she was joining. Only maybe 2 seconds passed.
Information field doesn't have any, you know, it's not dependent on the distance.
So the question is, some people ask the question, does we influence people and make impact on them that they start doing what we think? Or we are just sensing and reading the information about their actions, that they're intending to do something? I think that I'm sure that we are not influencing, but in this particular case, we are sensing the information about their actions, what they're already doing or intending to do.
It's all together. It's both parties are right. Both sides are right. It's whenever you send some intention, to some extent, it will. We have done lots of experiments, intention experiments, by influencing Sputnik sensor or water, and we can see that there is an influence. So it means what? Yeah, it may be very, very subtle, but it is there. So then it's just a question how sensitive is the receiver. So if the receiver, the person, is quite sensitive, then your intention will influence this person, and the person will do what you are thinking. If it coincides with the intention of that person. But if you are thinking of some person doing something that she or he doesn't want to do, then it's just, like some random thought that may pop up in the mind, and then, oh, no, nonsense. And the person will continue his or her own path. Because this is just information.
Mm-hmm. Dmitry, isn't it dangerous or not ethical to influence people by our thoughts and making them do what we want? So how to protect from that?
From other people, you mean? From other people's intentions?
Yes, from imposing their will on us, because there is free will.
You see, the free will is the dominant law in this universe, and actually you cannot be forced to do anything if you don't want to do that. So the thing is that your not willingness to do something can be stronger or weaker. So some people say it's all about money, so you will do whatever I want, it's just how much I pay you for that. So, and it's the same here. So how the more thing or idea is resonating actually with you, higher is the probability that you will actually do that. If something is not resonating with you at all, it will come and go. Mm-hmm. So clear your mind, and nothing can affect you if there is no resonance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you will be pure in your mind, so no dirt will get stuck in you.
And what is your opinion about possibility?
Once again?
What is your opinion? How do you differentiate, or what do you think about possibility and probability? So anything can be possible, but not probable.
No, of course, everything is possible because it's quantum reality that we live in. So everything is possible, but the probability of everything is, depends on too many factors. So something is more probable, something is less probable. This is quantum physics. So in order to attain something that is less probable, you have to input more intention and attention to that. Like if you take, for example, any random event, so then there is some, probability of some event is only 10%, while the rest of chances are 90. You can get into those 10% by concentrating more on that reality or that outcome. So by concentrating on those 10%, you can increase the probability of you personally entering that reality, even though initially it was less probable than others.
Does that mean that anything is possible, but only that thing is possible that is resonating with you?
Well, things that happen with you in your life are those things that actually resonate with you. So nothing can happen without actually interaction, you know? So, for example, when somebody will tell you something from the field of knowledge that you have no information about, this information will go through your ear and dissipate in space-time continuum without resonating with your mind, because you don't possess the knowledge to understand what was said to you, right? So as long as there is no interaction, there will be no influence.
I see. And also very interesting question about Lynne McTaggart's intention. You said that, no, it's later. First, you said that we should concentrate on or focus on something. Doesn't it contradict the idea of Vadim Zeland, who says that if we concentrate too much, it will be excessive potential, and that will prevent us from having something?
No. Concentrating on something, it doesn't mean that you wish it too much. Concentrating is clearly understanding what you want to get. You know, it's like building a house. You cannot build it without understanding, like first drawing the picture and, you know, the architecture, all the design, etc., right? So you need to know more details and you need to think about them beforehand in order to get proper results. You will not concentrate on that. You will not devote time to, you know, thinking details. You will get some random result that most probably will not satisfy you. But wishing it too much, it's a different story. So I'm talking about concentration. Concentration is not about wishing. Concentration is clear understanding.
How to get this clarity?
It's very, you know, big question, you know, how to get clarity of having clearer, better concentration through meditations, through different mind practices, to learn how to get rid of this noise and being able to, you know, concentrate on the things that you need and think them through, you know, without anything else interfering. Something like that. So one of the easiest ways to learn the meditation, some of the techniques for meditation, because there are too many of them, you can select the one that you like and resonate with.
Do you do meditations by Joe Dispenza?
No.
And which meditation do you do?
My regular way of meditating is through music. Listening to music.
I can understand.
So if you open my playlist that I have, so most of the music there leads most of the people asleep. So when they listen to that music, they just switch off and get asleep. For me, this is the music by listening to which I calm down and I meditate, and I can, you know, think about different subject, or I can just relax and listen if there is something, some information is useful for me from the information field.
And when we are in this meditative state, what happens to our brain waves?
I'm not a neuroscientist to tell you exactly what happens with our waves. They like which are the alpha waves will be dominating, etc. Like for me, it's not so important, but you can easily find this information on internet. Which if you are, in a meditative state, actually.
Thank you, Dmitry. And now I get more clarity. And once I asked Professor Konstantin Korotkov about effortless achieving goals, and to be more exact, I asked him, is it possible to have anything effortlessly? And he said, yes, if you have clarity about something, you will get it very easily. What do you think about?
No guarantees. Because it's again law of cause and effect. It's your karmic account, you can call it like that, on the universal bank karma bank. If your account is zero, you will not get anything. No, there are so many people that are the only thing that they get effortless are problems in their life.
Mm-hmm.
They get them easily, non-stop, effortless. So it's again, as I told you, is if you are doing something for others, then you for free, like just because it's the right thing to do, then you can expect then your account on that universal karma bank will get increased. So then at some moment, well, you wish something, you can get this payout effortless, from nowhere. Yes, it can happen, but it cannot appear from nowhere. Is zero or negative, because it breaks the law of energy preservation, and it breaks the law of cause and effect. From the point of view of physics, it's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
I am a physicist, so all these aspects that we are talking about, I understand just from the point of view of physics and quantum physics.
Mm-hmm. And you were telling me about Garyaev, Pyotr Garyaev, that you studied at the university, his studies,
Yes.
works, and what do you think about his wave theory?
Ooh, well, I would say this is the topic of modern science where there are more questions than answers. So this thing is called as soliton, the wave that can propagate through space without decreasing and dissipating. This is something, really unusual thing, but it happens, it exists, these kind of soliton waves. And this phenomenon of DNA sending these kind of waves and interacting between each other, and how they interact, the DNA interact and cells interact between each other by sending these waves. Well, it's quite fascinating topic, and as I said, that there's more unknown than known in this sphere by now. Hello. So maybe somebody else will ask the question. While Marianna is not here.
Hi, Dimitri.
Hi.
So I want to ask you a question about ferrocells. Have you ever heard about it? And ferrocells.
No.
So I think you'd find the concept very interesting because it's basically it's using some ferrofluid and some surfactant like grease, depending on the specific viscosity. It's put into windows with some light, and you can put a magnet, a very strong magnet to it, and this will actually capture the light, and you will be able to see the magnetic field reflected as light. If you want, I can put a video in the chat with this.
Yes, please. That's an interesting thing. You know that about magnetic field, this is the most interesting field in physics now, because actually nobody knows what it is, the magnetic field. So electric field, there are electrons for that. But for magnetic field, the scientists do not know who and what is the carrier of the magnetic field. So we can see only the consequences of the on something, but we don't know what magnetic field is actually. So from the point of physics, the idea of zero magnetic field is absolute nonsense, but there is such thing in physics, while there are a lot of struggles on this topic in the physics society. So yeah, well, but still we use magnets and they work, even though we don't clearly understand how this field works. Still it works for us, and we can use those magnets, same as gravitational field, that still, those gravitons or something like that are not yet captured, proven, etc. We don't have technologies to, actually work with this. There are only these topics. Same with magnetic field and same with gravitational field. So there are so many things unknown in physics until now, and there are lots of things and large space left for inventions and new ideas. Yep.
And thank you for all these wonderful clarifications, Dmitry and Christian. Thank you for questions. Maybe you would like to ask any other questions. Other participants, you're welcome as well. Matthew, Susanna, Georg, Caroline.
Okay, I will take 30 seconds pause, and you will have time to think about any question you like. I'm back. Marianna, you are frozen. Can anybody hear me? I have got disconnected, or Marianna has got disconnected again.
Marianna, I think we can hear you.
So I see it's difficult for people to switch the brain function mode. from listening mode to analyzing information and questioning mode. So Christian, Caroline, Susanna, Matthew, George, or Georg. Any questions? Maybe about BioWell, maybe about some topics of the research that I've made. You're welcome to ask.
Yeah, so I can ask while Mariana is returning. Also, I got involved in the work with water as well, with these devices. Basically, I think following the work of Masaru Emoto and extending it.
We were also, checking his ideas with the GDV too. Yes. I have personally met Masaru Emoto here when he visited St. Petersburg, so I have a book with his signature on it. So we have been discussing his research when he was here.
I'm a fascial therapist by chance, so I'm very interested in everything in regards to water. And I don't know if you know Gerald Pollack. He is also.
I know him personally too.
Yeah. So it's a difference in the body. I'm really curious.
I have been to his water conference, and I have won the grant of Washington University to present my research on water at his water conference some years back. I don't remember when it was, 2010 or 11.
That's really nice. So this is where I was going with the question. Can you let us know if you used the GDV or Sputnik, or what discoveries have you made using these?
With the Sputnik and with the other devices in GDV where you can study actually the water drop emission, me personally, I have been doing research on influence of pyramid form. So I was placing water jug under myself at pyramid for that purposes. I have been doing research on intention being sent to water and capturing it with the GDV devices. And also we were doing experiments of water sensing the different atmospheric phenomena. It's astronomical. So when during the moonrise, how water is reacting to those things. And with the use of GDV devices, it was possible to capture that too. These are the main topics that I was studying. So for one of these topics, I was actually invited for those different moonrise registration by water. Sensor is the one that I have got the grant from Washington University. No sound, Chris.
Yeah, sorry. So I was asking if you can let us know what type of waters you have tested, given that there are different types, like Gerald Pollack has also played around a bit with easy water, which is more closer to how water is in our body,
You see that the phenomena of easy water is the surface is it's a very thin surface layer of any water volume. So you cannot actually get these, like, only the easy water of a big enough volume for us to study. So, but I know I've been interacting with some scientists that were doing they were calling it not easy water, they were calling it alpha water, and they were collecting this water in very small quantities. So they were able to, you just put one drop on your tongue and you got very, very interesting effects. So they were doing experiments on mice, then they were doing experiments on people, and they were getting, miraculous results with this easy water application. So, but yeah, they were just naming it differently. So, but if for GDV, we need bigger volumes of liquid in order to action on killer photography. So, in case of easy water, we are not able to do these kind of measurements.
Or maybe if you used any other types of water, like, for example, deionized water, which has a bigger thermal conductivity, just to see if there's any difference, to check some parameters like these.
Yeah, you see that for us, whenever we were doing this research with influences or subtle influences of water, the main idea was just to get the response, to be able to capture the response of the water to these kind of subtle influences. And yeah, we were trying different types of waters, like especially, like life water, dead water, filter, etc. So, and comparing them between each other. Yeah, but we were not more into the field of, comparing waters between themselves. I know that there are researchers in the world who are using GDV technology to do such research.
Dmitry, thank you for continuing. Thank you very much for this meeting, because I dropped off because my internet connection was not very good, and I will rewatch what you were discussing. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Chris was asking about water experiments.
Yeah, good, wonderful. And do you have any other questions to ask?
It seems like people are happy with what I have shared, so there were no other questions.
Yeah, and I wanted to introduce to you Isabel Costa. She left, she was at the beginning. She is the assistant and hypnotherapist, assistant to Shlomo Shoham. I told you about SGLA, Sustainable Global Leadership Academy. Maybe she didn't have enough time. I will ask her, and I wanted to ask her to ask you a question. But maybe it's a new system for her, technologies, I mean, Telegram. My next question about intention by Lynne McTaggart. We discussed in Russian Zoom last time, Russian meeting last time, about intention experiment that they made with Professor Korotkov, and Lynne McTaggart, she advises to specify the intention.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, but in the beginning, we were. Doesn't it contradict what you were saying at the beginning?
No. Well, I have a recorded seminar on BioWell accessories. So where I'm explaining how to do experiments with Sputnik, with water sensor, etc. And we were doing a live experiment that was recorded in real time. So they were 3 or 4 participants that were doing the experiment together with me in real time. And all of us were using some glass with water, regular water from the bottle. same. And we were using the water sensor for that. And we were capturing the signal of that water before the intention of being sent and after that, or during the intention. So we didn't specify what kind of intention should be sent to the water. So everybody was selecting the one that they wanted. So I don't remember exactly how many, the 3 or 4 people, but I remember 3 results. So one person was trying to boil the water. You understand? To increase the temperature of water. Another person was sending some like love, compassion to the water. And I need to rewatch that recording to refresh that information. So the thing is that the signal has changed in a different way depending on what kind of intention was sent. So the person who was trying to boil the water, the level of activity of the signal has increased during the intention. So the variability of signal has increased significantly. While for the person who was sending love, the signal has got harmonized. And the interesting thing that with the person who was boiling, at the moment the person has stopped sending intention, the effect has disappeared almost instantly. The person who was sending love, the effect of this harmonization of the signal has stayed there for some time after the intention has been stopped. So it was a prolonged effect, you know? And I can't remember the third one, sorry. So the thing is that the effect depends on the intention sent. So if you are trying to increase, and someone, and the third one was just, you know, sharing the, you know, his energy with the water. So the signal, instead, it was not harmonizing, it was not getting more disbalanced, it was just increasing through the period that he was doing his, you know, like energy. Depending on the intention, the result is different. From physical point of view, it makes complete sense. So what you're saying about Lynne McTaggart and sending intention, of course, depending on the intention, because intention is the cause, you will get different effect.
Yeah. So this, by this, we can conclude that setting intention in a not substantial, in a certain way, that is not harmful, is not dangerous, because some people say that setting intention is dangerous.
No, why it should be dangerous?
No, it means that, for example, the person will intend for something that is not needed for him. This is not logical. So that he wants, like we said about Vadim Zeland, the person is increasing voltage, wishing, but it is not necessary for him, and he will not receive it. Like doing senseless affirmations, for example. I am rich, without knowing what it is.
It's not about without knowing. It's the main thing is that it should be all, you know, wishing something is theory. Any theory should be supported by practice, always. So saying to your mirror the affirmations that I am beautiful, I am loving, I love everyone, I am like sun shedding the energy with everyone, light with everyone, and then leaving the house and shouting at everyone, cursing every second person you meet, it doesn't coincide, right? So what's the sense of those affirmations? Because they completely contradict the deeds. So the theory should be supported by practice. So it's the same with the intention. So if you intention to do something, you should start doing something in that direction. Then there will be no harm, like maybe you will not get the 100% of what you want, but you will have only some part of it because, like as you said, you don't deserve it or you don't need it. So you will get the result, but it will not be 100%. But it happens like if you start moving that direction, so it means the current will start flowing that direction too.
Yeah, because once we discussed maybe half a year ago with one lady, she is doing NLP, and she says that amongst those NLPs, so to say, they use a lot of mental energy, they set lots of intention, and they get married very fast, they become millionaires very fast, but they are so much exhausted energetically and they're not happy.
Because having lots of money is not about happiness. Happiness doesn't come from money.
No, I mean, you mean what, you see what I mean. So not setting intentions, just for intentions. But here we are speaking maybe only about the voltage, but the amperage is not natural.
Yeah, well, but you need, it's the same as I can repeat once again. The answer is the same. So increasing the voltage without actually slowly increasing the amperage, it will not work. And also, you see that becoming rich very fast and all these things, things can happen with different people, but for some people, money is a curse. So I will not think like, oh, they have got so much more good things in their life. No, not obligatory at all.
And what is the purpose of life in your vision?
It's a game. The purpose of life is to play the game. What kind of game? It's your game. You have to decide yourself. Why did you incarnate in this life, in this body, in this country, etc., on this planet? So it means that you want to play. So what kind of games you want to play? It's up to you.
Maybe to enjoy life.
Yeah. Well, possible. The types of games that you can play here. You can play the hell. You can play the paradise here. All on this planet is available.
Are you optimist or pessimist?
I can't assign myself to neither of them. I am praxisist.
Yeah, I see. So, if you have any questions, you're welcome. Georg, Susanna. One more question, please, Matthew. One lady who purchased. I asked you this question already. She purchased BioWell. But sometime later, she had the different results, and she was a little bit disappointed with that because she had wrong readings. And how can you comment on this?
Can you explain once again? I don't think that I understood the question.
So she purchased BioWell device. She was very happy with it. She used it everywhere and in every situation she required. But sometime later, she noticed that the readings of BioWell were wrong, so to say, and she was disappointed with that. Can it happen with BioWell?
I don't understand. What does it mean? Wrong? Wrong what? So she was thinking that they were right. Then after some time, she understood that they were wrong. That doesn't make sense for me.
I mean, maybe she was testing and they showed different results, not accurate.
You see, the BioWell is just a photo camera. So photo is a photo. If you didn't break anything inside of it, so it works the same way. We don't know even how long it can work and how many years it can work, because we still have users of BioWell 1 from 2014. So they're using their devices for 11 years without any problem. So I really can't, tell like what can happen, why it was right, why it has become wrong, what she was doing and how she was scanning initially, and did she change the way she's scanning? I don't know. So I have a lack of information in order to answer this question.
And you mentioned that Joe Dispenza is using all the time this device, so he doesn't have any problems with it. Yes, and maybe, not maybe, but in such cases, it's necessary to go to the technical maintenance service and ask for help.
Yes, of course. We have tech support. Actually, the BioWell company has distributors and representatives all over the world. So any user, whenever stumbling upon such problems, they can contact the local distributor or the one that is closest and get tech support. And if the distributor is not able to provide tech support, the request usually is forwarded to me personally.
Yeah. So if you're interested in the BioWell device, you're welcome. Dmitry will answer your questions, and you can also ask me questions, and you're welcome. You can go to any distributor in your country if you're interested. Because, Dmitry, I am very grateful to you for this meeting. I was looking forward to it, and I'm satisfied with all your questions. I've got a lot of clarity, enough clarity, because I had been doing lots of modalities and scientific methods, and I like quantum physics very much. And some questions were not clear, but after this meeting, everything got clear. So I'm very grateful to you. And this video, I think, will be very helpful for those people who are interested in BioWell, in quantum physics. They will listen, and the purpose of this meeting was to clarify different issues, not to mystify them, but to scientify them, so to say, science-wise.
Yeah. Yes. My religion is science, so that's my attitude to life.
Yes, and in addition, you mentioned last time while we were speaking with Russians, and also when we met in real life, that the truth is somewhere in between.
Yeah, usually it's like that, because the quantum reality is very, 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 very complex. You can call it multifactorial. So there are many, many, many factors that are influencing the same thing at the same moment. So that's why the truth is always somewhere, in between many, many different aspects. So the more aspects you take into consideration, the closer you are to the truth.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any questions? If you don't have, I think if you would like to say something else, Dmitry, maybe.
No. That's my. It's been like that before. When I was younger, I was talking nonstop, and was always happy to tell one story, another story, many stories, but for some years, since I have written my book, I have pretty strict law that if people are not asking questions, it means they don't need answers. So if there are no questions, there is no need for answers. Because even if I propose an answer, there will be no resonance in the mind of the person because there is no question in the mind. So that's why if there are no questions, it means there is no need for answers and we can all relax.
Now we are relaxed already because you have answered a lot of questions, and I am relaxed because I'm satisfied. And maybe one question before we wrap it up. What do you think life is based on? Because everything is so rational, logical, but it's not interesting. I like Bidva. Bidva, it's Russian international musical band, is singing in the track to Metro subway movie. That the life is deprived of something most important when it lacks mystery or miracles.
I don't know. I'm very happy with my life without those kind of miracles. But the thing is that I am open to the universe and I'm open to life.
Mm-hmm.
That I trust the life. And that's why maybe I'm not afraid of many things in life because I really trust the ideas that I'm sharing, the law of cause and effect. I really fully live in this by this principle. So bad things should not happen with the person who doesn't deserve it. And vice versa, if you deserve something, life will find a way how to punish you for that, this way or another, sooner or later. So this is the way I live. And whenever something, bad happens in my life, I right away try to analyze what I did wrong in the past that has led. So what was the cause of this effect? So I try to find the reason of this event in my life and then try to do the corrections in my lifestyle and in my mindset in order to evade such situations in the future. And it's
But
game for me like that.
Yeah, but there are some situations, so maybe some incurable diseases where you can't find the course.
You will not get an incurable disease if you don't deserve it. But the thing is, the problem is of most of the people who try to understand the reason is that time scope that they take into consideration. Usually people search for the reason in the, last month, last year, or last years that they remember. But in some cases, the reason may be encrypted in your body, in your DNA, from your from previous generations. So it was inbuilt in you. So here you go. You have incarnated in this body, and you got to live with it. You know, it's the body that you have got. Another aspect, as I told you, my approach to a human being is twofold. So the hardware is the DNA that we have got from our previous generations, and there is a soul or software that is being installed on this hardware. So soul is yours. So you have developed this soul. Like you have the karmic account of your soul in the universe karma bank, right? So and I know that the soul is living not one life but multiple lives. So it's like playing multiple games. You play one game, then you know, like you die, you incarnate once again, and you live and play another game once again, or some other game, because there's so many games that you can play on this, only on this planet, and maybe there are much more planets, not maybe, for sure they are, where you can live the life and you can also play the games there, play the life game. So whenever you get some kind of, you know, like incurable disease or something else, the reason may be in the previous life even, because your soul is living multiple lives. So the effect may catch you in the next life. Why not? Not a problem. But it still doesn't break the law of cause and effect.
Yeah. Thank you so much. If we don't have any questions, I would like to wish you a nice evening. And thank you, Dmitry, very much.
Yeah, I have a question that we can conclude eventually with. Can Dmitry tell us about Lynne's experiments? Like I know there was an intention there set to clear the water, for example. Have you noticed any difference between regular water and the one that was besides the GDV? Like, could you test if the water is better quality or?
I can't comment on actually chemical properties, if they were changed or not. I don't know. So I haven't read any results about the actual change of the chemical properties, because actually in most of the cases the effects of these intentions is more on the level of level of structurization of water, how organized or chaotic is the water structure. So these are the main outcomes usually, but well, they can be different things, and I have chemical changes in the water.
Are you satisfied, Chris?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chris, for asking. Thank you.
No,
okay, so
then we can wrap it up.
Okay, and if some people will have more questions, we can meet again.
Yeah, wonderful. Looking forward, and you're welcome always. Dmitry, have a nice evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dmitry.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dmitry.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.